The American Civil War: A Brief Overview by Scott Tadlock. In January of 1861, the South secedes from the Union. The Confederate Army assembles, electing Jefferson Davis as president and appointing Robert E. Lee as the head general. Abraham Lincoln and the Union Army responded by appointing Ulysses S. Grant as the head general of the Union Army. On April 12, 1861, the South opened fire on Fort Sumter, thus beginning the American Civil War. The attack prompted 4 more states to join the Confederacy. With Virginia's succession, Richmond was named the Confederate capital. Between the years 1862 and 1863, many American lives are lost in historically violent battles. On September 17, 1862, Confederate forces under General Lee were caught by General McClellan near Sharpsburg, Maryland. The Battle of Antietam proved to be the bloodiest day in American history. 5,000 Union and Confederate soldiers were killed, and another 20,000 were wounded that day. On July 1, 1863, a chance encounter between Union and Confederate forces sparked the most famous Civil War battle, the Battle at Gettysburg. President Abraham Lincoln, aware of the public's growing support of abolition, issued the Emancipation Proclamation on January 1, 1863, declaring that all slaves in the areas still in rebellion were in the eyes of the federal government free. In 1861, Congress had passed an act stating that all slaves employed against the Union were to be considered free. In 1862, another act stated that all slaves of men who supported the Confederacy were also considered free. On April 7, 1865, General Lee's troops were surrounded. Grant called upon Lee to surrender at Appomattox Courthouse. 2 days later, on April 9, 1865, General Grant and General Lee met at Appomattox Courthouse and agreed to terms of surrender. After General Lee surrendered to General Grant, the United States was once again united. The long Reconstruction period began after that, as the United States mended its wounds and grew stronger as a nation.